a message for you. For those of you guys who have lost something pretty recently or in your life, there's a sense of loss for you, for the specific collective that's watching it. I feel like for some of you guys, you're a widow. You lost someone that's very important to you in the physical. For others, you guys lost your power, your dignity, your sense of worth, and your control of your own narrative and story. Spirit is wanting me to relay a message specifically for you guys. If you guys been listening to the song Hopelessly Devoted to You, that is something I've been hearing very much on my brain. And that's something ironically that I just listened to. And I was like asking Spirit, what's the topic of today's video? And Spirit's like, these are for your collective. This is what they need to hear at this point in time. So to keep in mind, this video is just for entertainment, educational purposes only as well. But Spirit tells me there's a sense of immense loss for you. But that's okay. We're going to get through this together. You're not alone. You're not alone anymore. So they want me to relay a message. And specifically it's coming from Archangel Raphael and Gabriel. Any other archangels that want to come through, but those are going to be the main ones for today's video if it resonates with you. Let's go ahead. Let's find out what some messages Spirit has for you. So Spirit Angels, tell me about my collective. Okay, so we have Judgment here. For some of you guys, I've seen like a work situation. I feel like some of you guys are either getting bullied or people are talking about you. Yeah, I'm seeing like cubicles. I'm seeing like 9 to 5, business career oriented. You guys are sitting in like a square by square cubicle, and I'm seeing it's like bright, it's like daylight, but actually it's all empty, it's hollow. It almost feels like you're the one putting in all the effort, but you're not seeing it manifest into the physical. I'm seeing like there's also this sense that either you lost your job, possibly. That could be why it could be emptied. For some of you guys, it could simply be like you are wanting to leave your job, like your passion is no longer there. But also for some, it also is related to power and dignity. Maybe you're experiencing some sort of hardship, maybe discrimination, maybe racism, something along those lines. And we have here to take what resonates, leave the rest behind, because this is for a broader collective. This is a collective reading, so it's not all going to resonate. But underneath the Judgment card, you have here the Eight of Pentacles. This tells me that you've been working on something for so long. You've been working on something for so long, and it feels like a sense that, like, because of this event, what the Judgment card is, like something that massive that happened in your life that derails you from where you originally are currently. It's saying that there's some form of derailment for you. So it could be a death. Maybe the path that you had in your mind, all of a sudden you'll take the complete detour. For some of you guys, it might be because maybe a job lays you off. Maybe you got fired. Maybe you had this internal desire you didn't have yesterday, wanting to change something in your life. There is a need, something that is monumental that shifts and detours you from the path that you were currently on. There is a change here for you. And it's not a bad change. It just means a change of some degree. Here it is for some of you guys. It has to do with money, fortune, luck. This is the Nine of Pentacles, and it's facing the past direction, which tells me you experienced goodness, good times in your past, in your early years. But now you're facing hardship. For some of you guys, I'm also seeing you guys might have a bird as a pet. And we also have here justice. I'm hearing the word parrot. So maybe if you have like a parrot, maybe a fan of pirates or something like that. Maybe Caribbean, something along those lines. You might be traveling somewhere, or you might have came from a background in the Caribbean, or you might have some sort of connection there. We also have the Justice card. The Justice is facing in the opposite direction, which means that some of you guys serve jail time. Maybe you're in the legal department. Maybe you experience a very hard case that changed who you are internally. And it's like, okay, do I still want to pursue this? Maybe I feel like for some of you guys as well, there's going to be a very small percentage who are going to relate to this specific thing, where some of you guys feel like you have to change careers or pivot from this lawyer to this lawyer. So for example, maybe you were a divorce lawyer and now you want to be a criminal justice lawyer. Something along those lines where you're still within the same field, but you just shift focus. It feels like there's a shift in a focus, like a pivot completely. But regardless, I feel like the collective is very much feeling lost in some way. Something that's so monumental that changes how things are currently going. So we also have here, on the bottom deck, we have the Eight of Swords. This is telling me that you guys had a lot of mental blockages, just mental blockages. I'm also hearing mental disabilities, but it's not really like a mental disability in the sense that you would think. Not like, I don't even know if there's any. None of them are coming off the top of my head, but essentially, I'm getting like some sort of blockages in the sense that like your cloudiness of your brain, your eyes, are being misguided. It's not saying mental disability in the sense of like what you normally see people with actual mental disabilities have, but instead like it's like a inflicted upon you. It's your thoughts clouding, creating an incapacitated version of you that cannot focus, cannot orient yourself onto a clear path. There's some sort of disorientation occurring. On the top of the deck here, we have the Hanged Man reverse. This is saying that you are coming to this realization now, which means that after this event, which means that you are aware as you're watching this, what this event is referring to. There's something in your life that you're aware of that this specific moment is talking about. That this moment is talking about. You are aware of it. You acknowledge it. You have awareness. You are aware that this is all happening, and that's because you are about to come out of it. And you are moving towards a new direction, which is why it's coming in. Here, for some of you guys who have lost a loved one, who have triggered this, maybe it's a grandparent, but for some of you guys, it's definitely a partner, a lover, someone you see as your equal. Maybe it's an animal. But for me, I just don't see animals as animals. I see them as humans, or better yet, just higher dimensional spiritual beings who are meant for us to be able to grow and to experience pain and transformation, but also love and joy. So we have here is I regret the time we lost. Maybe some of you guys underestimated the time that you have with this individual or animal. Okay, what else? Okay, so there's a lot of you guys who actually experience loss. But it doesn't mean it has to do with just death. It could just do with work or time that you lost for you. Could we have here reverse is yes, I heard you. It's reverse. I feel like for some of you guys, I regret the time that I lost. I feel like for some of you guys, because of this detour, this made you realize the path that you were really supposed to be on. And you feel like these detours are illuminating where you're always supposed to be, but you feel like the path that you were on was a waste of time. But Spirit is saying that's not true. You are meant to be on this path to come to this realization because it's meant for you to know now. Had you had it earlier, you would not be able to hold the reality in which you're about to enter. You're not able to hold the power and understand its value if you had it earlier. And here you have is, yes, I heard you. But when I read this, the first thing I heard in my right ear, kind of clairaudient, was, did you hear yourself? Did you hear the message that you are telling yourself? Did you hear yourself? Are you listening? And are you just moving with the grind, not realizing your brain, your body is calling out for you to listen? We have here is I don't know why. Now you're getting a deeper understanding about why things happened the way they did, and why certain events had to take place for you to be able to grow into the person you're meant to be. And here you have is I care too much about other people's opinions. It's reversed, which means that you didn't care about other people's opinion. That's a great thing to have. But also, you need to be able to care just a little bit so that you can take criticism and use it as a form of improvement, not to derail you or to misguide you. I'm just got disoriented as I was saying that, which tells me that some of you guys feel very disoriented at times. Maybe you have some sort of, no, not mental illness in any way, not like what I was saying earlier, mental disability, but also like there's something going on with the brain. Like some of you guys just have vertigo or just feel very disoriented. Maybe you're dehydrated, but definitely focus on taking a lot of water and vitamins and whatever you need to make sure that you are healthy per scene, because it almost feels like there's a lot of spinning going on right now. That's not good. Try to fix that in any way you can, and that normally starts with just water, taking in water. I feel very dry in my throat right now, which is not good for you. We have here, I am sorry that I criticized you. Maybe you were the one that was judging others. Maybe this could be a sign that Spirit is just telling you that maybe you were too hard on yourself. This is the time for you to listen. Remember what I said earlier, your body was crying out for you to listen to it. Your mind was crying, but were you listening? Your body is telling you that it is sorry for what you've been through. It knows what you've been through. It knows the pain that you've been through. But you don't have to sit in that pain. You don't have to stay with that, because you can have a better life. You can have a better outcome This doesn't have to be your reality. It doesn't have to, because your reality is better than where you are now. You are moving in a good direction. But allow yourself to heal. Allow yourself to feel love. Be open. Be vulnerable. Because that is where the greatest growth comes from. That is when your best experiences, your best memories are. It's not when you are down and sad and hidden. It is when you are open. When you are open and receptive to what can come. That is your best asset. And the bottom of the card here, we have, do I still feel my presence? For some of you guys, I feel like this is sadness in terms of death. For some of you guys, you're so busy waiting, wondering if this person who passed, if they're going to come to you, whether this is an animal or a person. But the thing is, Spirit is saying that the person isn't outside of you, it's in you. The memory, that the thing that you've been waiting for, was always in you, not in them. You love the aspect of them because it was a mirror, it was a reflection, it was a projection of who you are. All you need to do is come to that sudden realization that that thing that you loved on that person was always within you. You had it. That was you. It wasn't somebody else. It wasn't an animal. It was you who had it. You recognized the qualities in which you love. You loved yourself so much as you are blinded by the love that you have for yourself. You are blinded by your own love. Not love for another, love for yourself. You are so blind. But that's okay, because now your eyes are opening and now things are starting to reawaken. You're starting to understand, oh my God, this loss wasn't the loss of another, it was a loss of me, because I lost my recognition, my ability to see that I always loved myself, that I was always here for myself. I just couldn't see it. But now you can. Now you can see it, because it's always been in you that you loved. Not saying you don't love the other person or other thing. Of course you do. You always did. But there was this little extra, this little special thing that you noticed about them. That was you in them that you noticed. You love that because that was always you. You have it. So even when they're gone, even when that person is long past the other side over the rainbow, you always had it. Remember that. Remember that. Let's see what else we have for you. What other messages do you have, Spirit, for this specific collective? We have the Four of Pentacles. I'm seeing like purse. Maybe some of you guys are fashion designers. Maybe you are pivoting from a business world into self-creating, maybe entrepreneurship. Maybe you are wanting to create your own business. Maybe you are valuing your own heritage or your own traditions. Spirit is saying to embrace what makes you you, to embrace you in the fullness. Don't let anyone else shame you for it. I feel like for some of this collective, it could also be relating to like South African or Moroccan regions, like kind of North Africa, but I would just say like Moroccan or African heritages and traditions. I'm seeing that very strongly here. The top of the deck as well is we have the the ninth card, which means the Hermit. You will come into the sudden realization that in this darkness, your light shines the brighter, because you aren't a dark person. You realize that this moment, this feeling, this sensation will pass. But you're wallowing in it, wondering why you still can't feel it, why you still can't feel that pain. The Spirit is saying time is passing, and that light heals you. You are healing. The reason why you don't feel the same way that other people around you feel about this death or this loss, because it was never meant for you to feel. It was meant for you to understand it, to heal it, and shine your light so others learn the same. You are a healer. And your darkness, your pain, inspires others, even if they don't recognize it on a conscious level. Subconsciously, their brain picks it up, and you heal them too. Your job isn't to fix people directly. Your job is to heal you. So when you walk around with your light, you're healing others with you. And you have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. You are the one who grows. You are a grower. For some of you guys, you might have had some experiences where maybe you lost a plant, something that was monumental. Maybe it was a person that was attached to it. Maybe it was a plant that you grew with your father and then he passed away, and that was the last thing you had of him. Spirit is not saying that this plant passed away simply meaning that he passed away with it. It's simply saying that the time that you spent, the growth and the effort that you put into it, isn't for nothing. You gave a fighting chance for this plant to be able to grow. And that also means not just the plant for this actual thing, but also for you. You gave yourself a chance that otherwise you would have never gave yourself. The Seven of Pentacles means you are growing something within and outward. You are beautiful. You are blossoming. But sometimes things die down to the ground so that something better can make way. You are improving. You are not the same person that you were back then. You are not the same person that you were a month ago, a year ago. You are changing, and you are changing for the better. Spirit is saying, don't compare yourself to the past, to your past successes, because those successes no longer suit who you are becoming, who you are now, and who you will be. You cannot compare your current journey, your current path, because it no longer fits you to begin with. Your life is changing, it's changing for the better. But the next card here is, let's just see what the next card is. You have here the Five of Swords. You're allowing the darkness to consume you. You're allowing your dark negative thoughts, this feeling, this sensation to consume you. But Spirit is saying this bird, this crow, is highly intelligent, is super smart. This crow isn't a negative thing. It isn't negative at all. It's telling you to wake up. But this guy's eyes are closed, just like yours. It's just simply saying to store. You can fly high. You don't have to listen. You don't have to close your eyes. But you just have to be open to what you can see, what can be possible. Because if you keep your eyes closed, you cannot see what is possible. Look at that guy here. He's living life freely. He's shouting out to the world because Spirit is saying that only you can recognize that you have the ability to heal not only within you but also others, but you have high intelligence. Sometimes you're an overthinker. Maybe you overthink so often that you cannot see what is truly coming in for you, what is truly your path, because you are so misguided by your own this clarity, overthinking, that you cannot see the goodness that's coming for you. Spirit is simply saying that you need to lighten up. You need to be able to recognize that good things are possible for you, that you don't need to be boggling down on this negative energy because it's not healthy for you. And but yet, it's not for you. It's not for you. Stop carrying the pain of the past and start focusing on the positive of the future. The light is within you. You are growing within you. And don't ever hurt yourself. Don't ever try to diminish your own light simply because the way that you heal, the way that you grieve, the way that you experience pain is different than others on a large scale because you are different. You are unique. And that is okay. You are okay. You will be okay. And so we also have here as well, we have fortune cookie. This is also for some of you guys who have been experiencing economic hardship or economic trouble. Let's take a look at your financial situation. Again, I'm not a legal financial advisor. Whatever I do or say, this is just for entertainment and educational purposes only as well. So what kind of messages do you have for this specific collective? Okay. Anything else? Bottom of the deck, we have commitment. For some of you guys, you tied a knot. Maybe you made a contract or a deal. For some of you guys, it's signing a prenup. There's something there with physical signing of the name. The top of the deck here is declutter, to remove. So maybe you had a contract or something that was signed that you no longer are in alignment with, something that you no longer agree with. Maybe you want to back out of a contract or you want out of a marriage. Maybe some of you guys, you just don't like the way things are being moved or things are being handled monetarily. Because you have challenge and those are opportunities. The challenge is opportunity. I feel like for some of you guys, this loss, this new direction, this detour, is that you were finally for the first time, you settled, then something came to you with an opportunity. And now you are stuck at a crossroad. You established yourself. You accepted less than what you are worth. And now you're sitting here wondering if you should even pursue it at all because you got so comfortable. You built a life, you settled, and then something came knock on your door and say, here's an opportunity of a lifetime. And now you're debating if you should just get up and leave and just take that opportunity. That's why you want out. That's why some of you guys are seeing things that are better for you. And Spirit is simply saying, make the choice that you feel internally. If it's feel and ask yourself, is this what my higher self would good? What would my life look like if my higher self, the version of me that already has it, look like? And once you get that sensation, once you understand that feeling, you will know exactly what to do, because that version of you, there's a version of you, a reality of you that already has that opportunity. And you can weigh, scale the balance if you want that reality to manifest into your lifetime. But you have here your personal riches. Richness and wealth doesn't just come from just money. It comes from opportunity, resources. It comes from wealth of memories, love, happiness, emotion. Those are also wealth. Having a roof over your head is also wealth. Materialistic items, those are wealth. Interpersonal relationship with you and God, or a relationship or a spirit. There's things in here that are considered monumental, invaluable, that is considered wealth. Wealth doesn't have to be physical money. That's why it's called personal riches, because these are personal wealth, because this only relates to you. Only you can understand how invaluable certain experiences are and what you are willing to sacrifice and what you're not willing to sacrifice. So I want you to take this moment for a moment and sit down and think to yourself, what is one experience that I had that I would never trade it in for to be able to get a different outcome? I think a lot of you guys already know what that is. Say it in the comments. Then you also have here challenges in reverse. For some of you guys, you didn't see these things as challenges. You didn't see that these personal experiences, these most valuable asset that is so invaluable, it cannot be indispensable. The challenge in reverse is saying that over time, as you get older, you start to realize these weren't challenges. They were merely you accepting the value at hand. You realize that these challenges can be loved, they can be appreciated, and you understand why you went through it. You never saw it as something that hurdles you or something that caters you into a cage. Instead, it's something that embraced you, something that enhanced the version of you that was then. The version of you that you didn't understand at the moment, you saw it as a challenge, that later became no longer the challenge. It became the thing that made you, the thing that defines who you are now. Spirit is simply saying that that challenge is a defining moment. And it also comes in reverse with property. It's reversed. I feel like for some of you guys, maybe that might mean that you might be getting evicted. Maybe you might be wanting to move or travel. So take it as it resonates. But there is that sensation here that there is opportunity. There is something that's forcing you to get out and move from your current trajectory. Whether it's from experiencing and understanding the values of certain things in life. Maybe it's understanding how things are and whether or not you consider them valuable or invaluable, and how expensible you are to those. You have your property. Maybe some of you guys are actually physically moving and you have opportunities here, which means something that came late in life that is going to shake up your current grounding, your current foundation, the foundation you built because you got so comfortable realizing, accepting the true fact that nothing good can come to you in terms of lucky, and very fortunate that you never even attempted to ever think for a moment that you are worth it, that you are valuable. Just sometimes it takes a little while for others to see it too, for the universe to reward that. For some of you guys, I feel like you guys experience a lot of your success later in your life, after your 20s, than you were during your early 20s compared to your other peers. You are a person who experiences luck later in life. Is there anything else? No, but I'm gonna do this past life oracle just in case you guys want a little bit of additional information. So, spirits and angels, tell me, what other messages do you have for the specific collective that's currently still watching? What messages do you have? Okay, we have here revolution. There is definitely big changes within you that's currently changing. Big, big things changing. You're not gonna be the same person that you were a year ago, a month ago, a week ago. Massive changes. You also have here is fear. You are very scared of whether you should make this move. But fear is the thing that prevents you from making moves to begin with. Fear is the thing that prevents you from ever wondering, ever experiencing what could be so good for you. Fear is knowing internally that something positive can change. And yes, will it be possible that it could fail? Absolutely. But you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that unless you give it a try. You wouldn't know that unless you give it a try. Fear is the thing that holds you back. Fear is the thing that dominates people. It's the thing that puts you on your deathbed wondering, had I done this, would I regret it? Had I not done it, will I have regretted it? But the thing is that if you were on your deathbed and you did it, at least you know what the outcome would have been instead of overthinking what the outcome could have been, what it could have become. Because you are seeing other people around you experiencing the thing that you might have wanted, what you could have achieved, which you would have never known that because you let fear dominate you. Don't let fear dominate, because things are changing for you, whether for worse or for better, because it is up to you to decide this revolution. It's up to you internally as an individual to decide whether this revolution is the thing that changes you for good or something that changes you for bad. You take this energy and you harness it and you propel yourself forward. What other spiritual messages do you have? Okay, we have here invasion. You feel like something is invading your life. Sometimes you feel like the universe is pushing you. If you get too comfortable, you get too certain, and life just starts to be too comfortable, and you start to realize that I need to move, but you're not moving, and spirit doesn't see that you're moving. The universe doesn't recognize that you're moving. Even God, it depends on how you experience religion or what you believe in, doesn't really matter. It's up to you. But the universe, God, whatever. The thing is that you feel like something is pushing you and pushing you. When you resist, when you are stubborn, they will force change on you because you didn't willingly do it. Take that intuition, know that gut, and put some sort of effort into changing your current outcome because the universe, God, doesn't matter what you believe in, wants what's best for you. You, the version of you that has everything, wants what's best for you. Would you be willing enough to put in the work to be able to provide yourself a better life? It's here on the bottom we have the word slavery. Do you want to be a slave to the system? Do you want to be a slave to other people who make you work for their dreams, but not enough so that you're willing to work for your dreams? You can let your fear tell you that you can't do it, but you would never ever know what you can accomplish, what you can create if you let that fear hold you back. Because you will just become a slave to somebody else's dreams. Stop becoming a slave because you are not committing a crime by leaving. Instead, you can break free. Break free. You're not committing a crime by simply wanting better for yourself, by simply creating a better outcome, a better life for yourself. Put yourself first for once. You've been putting other people. You've been needing to build this life, this ability to heal not only yourself but also others around you because you are unique. You are different. I'm talking to a collective that's a light worker, a collective that is beautiful within and out. We need you in this world. We need you in this world. You know it. You know you have something bigger ahead of you. You know that you feel it, you sense it. Do you believe it? Do you see it? Do you truly see what you need to open your eyes to? You are more beautiful, more powerful than you can even imagine. Your life can get so good, so well, if you just believe and put in some work, some effort to achieve a better outcome for yourself. Doesn't matter what your age is, doesn't matter how old you are. You chose this lifetime so that you can be able to understand this and understand the lesson that you can choose to revolutionize into a person who experiences darkness all around them and it has their light being dwindled, kind of like a lantern into the night. Or you can be a fire and bloom during a bonfire. Even when it's nighttime, you shine brighter than a lantern ever will. The question is yours. What would you take? What would you do? There's so much good coming for you, and I hope that you choose you. Because tonight, Spirit wants you to know you are on the menu. You are the entree. You are the chef's special. Choose you. Love you. Because you already knew you do. But now is your time to shine. So shine. I love you, beautiful. Bye.